again. Got our workouts out of the way, and we're heading out to a coffee shop. I need a bit of a quick pick-me-up. I'm exhausted. I don't think I slept too well because, of course, U2 was at it again. They were practicing till what, like 11 last night?
Yeah, past 11, a little bit.
Yeah, and I went to bed at about 10, so I'm really tired. Yeah, so we're just gonna get a coffee, sit there for a bit, do some browsing the web, do some planning to find out some things we want to do. But yeah, just get out there. It's kind of rainy. It's not the greatest day, so we're not doing too much anything too exciting. Just gonna take it a bit easy, get some planning done.
When Mike fell asleep, I was lying beside him listening to U2 serenade us, well, me, because he was asleep, and it was amazing. By past 10:30, the traffic had died down and there weren't any condo noises going on.
A lot of construction.
Yeah, all the construction had stopped, and all the condo noises had died down in our place, and then I just got to listen to the music, and it was amazing. They played my favorite. They played One, and then they also played It's a Beautiful Day. It was a beautiful experience.
I lied, it is raining. Man, our umbrella.
Luckily the coffee shop's only kind of across the street.
Yeah, it's not too far, but we should put the camera away, I guess.
Hey, check it. Put the place up. Put my face up.
Done at the coffee shop. That was a lot of fun. They were playing really good music, like kind of old school, I guess, at this point. And the guy who works there started dancing, and then Nicole got him he stopped, and then I was like, go get him to dance on camera, and Nicole got him to dance on camera. He protested a bit, but then he did it.
It was false modesty.
Yeah, he was pretty good. So now we are on our way to find the garbage for the first time. We got our garbage bags, and I think she said
P1.
P1. So we're going down to P1 to find the garbage. And then we're gonna go get some groceries. That seems like the only thing we do is go buy food. But okay, let's go find this garbage. Aha.
Did you find Oscar the Grouch in there?
No, luckily Oscar the Grouch wasn't in there because it was basically a trash compactor.
Oh no!
And as soon as I threw the trash in, it started compacting. So if Oscar was living in this trash, he'd be squished.
Poor Oscar.
They're at it again. Hopefully the camera picked it up that time. We're like right beside the stadium, and it's really quite loud from here. Nicole's kind of wants to go see it, but it's all sold out. Thank goodness.
Hey! You were pretending to be all sad with me earlier?
Yeah.
It's all an act?
We're out and about. Work day's over again. Workouts are done. We're cleaned up and we've gone out to explore. Today we're going to go explore Chinatown. Heard some good things about Vancouver's Chinatown. It's supposed to be one of the cleaner Chinatowns in North America. So we'll go see if that's true. We're just walking past BC Place. So there behind me. where U2's been practicing. And I noticed when I was working out, actually, I can see the top of BC Place from the gym at the condo. I can see it when I look out the windows. You can see the top of it. And I noticed that there were a bunch of dudes up on the wires, like way up on the top of BC Place. And I was not sure what they're up to. When we're walking here, we can see them. They're still up there doing stuff. They're like pulling up a package or some kind of bag up to them, and then they're doing stuff with it, and then they're dropping it back down. But that was pretty high. I don't think I would want that job. So it's gonna keep making our way over to Chinatown.
Stand beside me and wave.
Okay. Nicole dragged us into a T&T. She's looking for some Chinese tea, and we're wondering if this is one of the first ones, because we are pretty sure T&T started out in Vancouver, and then it finally came. I think I talked about that already. I'm not sure if that made it into a video yet or not, but yeah, T&T started out in Vancouver. And I remember Nicole's parents being like super excited when it finally came to Markham or to Toronto. They were really hyped. That was, I don't know what, a decade ago maybe? But yeah, the music's just turned back on, so I am gonna stop talking.
You get everybody staring for days. All they see is just a young, pretty face. But I'm trying to get to know you much better.
We made it to our first stop here in Chinatown. We're at Chinatown Plaza, and it's famous for this huge neon sign. I think it's like 44 feet tall or something like that. And it's right beside me here. And in English, it says Chinatown Plaza, and in Chinese, it says Chinatown welcomes you. I'm not quite sure what Chinatown Plaza is yet, but we're gonna go and find out. From this side, it just looks like Chinatown Plaza, which is behind me, is a huge parking garage. Each floor looks like a parking deck, but we're gonna go around and see if we can figure out more about it. Around on the other side from where we were with the sign is, and it looks like a parking, basically a big parking garage. We found the entrance in, and so far it just kind of looks like a little tiny mall. Some shops here, and a few restaurants, like a little food court. So nothing too grand, but kind of neat. It's just a little bit of like a shopping center sort of thing, I guess, eh?
Yeah. It's
Smells good in here.
Yeah, it's very old school too.
It is very.
You see all the lattice works and the artwork?
Yeah.
It's neat in here.
Yeah. One of the stores in here in particular is a little bit odd. It looks like a souvenir shop almost, or kind of like they sell sort of toys, collectible toys, and sort of souvenir-y type stuff in here. But then they are also advertising Learn to Fly Here. That is a bit odd. The store itself is actually called International Flight Center, but I don't know. Maybe they're just advertising for the flight school, and you can book classes here or something and go there. That's kind of what it looks like. But yeah, interesting mix. Actually, it's like two shops in one, I guess. Their sign does say Fairyland Gifts on half of it. But that is an interesting mix. Our next stop here in Chinatown is a monument, a really, I would say, significant monument because of what it commemorates. And it's pretty neat. It's got a Chinese character. It's a Chinese character for middle, in the middle of this monument, which makes sense. And on either side are bronze statues. One side is a bronze statue of a Chinese railway worker, and this is here to commemorate the sacrifices Chinese Canadians made in helping to build the railway and linking Vancouver to the rest of Canada. And the other bronze statue here is depicting a Chinese World War II veteran, and again sort of commemorating the sacrifices Chinese Canadians made in helping defend the country during World War II. All right, I think Nicole's getting antsy. I took us on a route that started on the outskirts of Chinatown. I wanted to see the Chinatown Plaza and that monument, but there isn't a ton of Chinatown for her to see. She wants to see shops and restaurants and whatnot. So she's getting pretty antsy, so we're booking it, I think, into the main drag, which I think is on Pender. So we'll see, we're just coming up to it now. Nicole is forging ahead without me. because she's had enough of me filming the other stuff. So let's see what we find up here.
Don't matter how much time it will take, but there's something you're trying to hide. There's something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take.
We came across a really sort of kind of like old school shop, one that you'd pretty much find in every Chinatown. They have a really good selection of stuff. It's kind of like a homewares kind of place. I don't know, Nicole has a much better description of it.
I was explaining to Mike when I was a kid, I don't know, 30 years ago, when I was a kid.
Where's that lightning?
There would be a lot of, Chinatown would have a lot of stores similar to this one. And it's not quite a department store, but I would probably kind of describe it as a department store because you pretty much buy all your non-perishable goods here. So everything from your household items to your religious needs to your artwork, everything you would buy in one of these small stores. And you can see that every little corner, every square inch is crammed with stuff. And I'm calling this store old school also because I've seen a lot of stuff here that I have not seen for decades.
A lot of things in here she always gets nostalgic about. And I'm always super curious at looking at all the various things, but there's always just so much in here. I can't like focus on one spot because she's right, it is jam-packed. They have stuff everywhere. Every aisle is just jammed with various things. What did you find?
I found the slippers from my youth.
They're in good shape considering they're from your youth.
No, these are old school. He was explaining that they stopped making these years ago, and the only reason that they have them here is because they're kind of leftover stock.
Yeah, we're done in that store, which Nicole is she's in shock because she saw some things in there that she hasn't seen for decades. That guy must have had a ton of stock of some of the old stuff because they had like new stuff, like new versions of the things and some of the old stuff. And you can tell just how old school the old stuff is. So Nicole is kind of like in a stupor right now because she found some stuff, including slippers that she's been hunting for years. Like Toronto, nowhere in Chinatown in Toronto has them. Nowhere in, like we live in Markham, there's a large Chinese community, lots of Chinese shops. None of them have it.
San
Francisco's Chinatown didn't have them anymore. New York's Chinatown. Like every place we go, she checks. And she finally found them here in Vancouver Chinatown.
When in the New York Chinatown, I was able to find a new-ish version of these slippers, but the ones I bought just now literally were from back in the day. And it was really exciting being in that store because it felt like it was a time capsule or a museum, but all the exhibits you can actually purchase and take home.
So we're gonna keep going around here and see what else we find. We found another similar shop, except this one seems to be more plant-based. But, oh, they got all kinds of stuff in this one too. See all the lanterns and streamers over my head. It's a little bit cleaner and a little bit newer feeling than the other shop, but it's very similar. Terracotta warrior replica. All kinds of plants in here. What do you think of this shop?
I'm having so much fun in Chinatown right now. This store is nice, but the store is nicer. But the other store, that other store was so creepy old.
It was cool.
It was higher in the cool factor just because they hadn't done anything to it in the last like 5 decades. This one's a nicer version.
You're having fun. We haven't even eaten food.
Oh yeah. Oh my. Well, we got rejected for an egg tart too.
That's true.
the search for tea continues, and we're going to have a sampling now to help us decide what we want.
Smells really good.
It's a nice one. It's a nice one.
Alright, we just spent, I don't know, a good half hour in 10 Ren tea shop. I was seeing this back home, but I didn't realize that it is such an old shop from Taiwan. It started in Taiwan, and the lady who was helping us told us they have over 1,000 locations in China. So yeah, we had a neat sort of traditional style tea tasting, and she sold us on a couple of flavors, so we picked up some tea, and they gave us a few free samples, which is really nice. So yeah, we closed up the shop. They're closing up now, and we're gonna head back home. I think we're running out of time. We'll have to come back to Chinatown and continue exploring. And the weather has changed. It was blue skies when we came in here, and now it's like threatening rain. So hopefully we get back before that happens. I didn't think that was gonna happen till 8. They were calling for rain starting around 7 or 8. But it is 6 o'clock and it's looking like rain out there already. So let's rush home. What did you get?
I needed an egg tart. It was calling my name and I had to respond.
We're making our way out of Chinatown. We came across another site I wanted to stop at, and it is the Chinese Cultural Center. And the reason why I wanted to stop here is because they have a really neat gate opening up their entrance into the center. And this gate, it's like a white sort of stone gate, and there's dragon statues on top of pillars. And it's a really neat site. It reminds me of some of the stuff we saw in the Temple of Heaven in China, in Beijing. This gate was actually part of the China Pavilion in the '86 Expo that they had here in Vancouver. And at the end of the Expo, it was donated to the city of Vancouver, and they erected it here at the Chinese Cultural Center. Inside the center there, it looks like there's a park, and I'm pretty sure it's a park Nicole wanted to visit. So it's closed right now, so when we come back to Chinatown, we are going to go check out that park. But one more stop on our way out, and I can see it from here, and then we'll be heading home. I'm crazy hungry, and I'm really looking forward to what's in the fridge for dinner. What's the deal with this building?
This building is in the Guinness Book of World Records. It's the shallowest commercial building, and it's known as the Sam Key Building.
The what?
The Sam Key Building. It's pretty darn shallow.
The shallowest building in the world? Must be if it's in the world records.
Yeah.
There's their certificate.
It's only 1.8 meters wide.
Wow. We're at the last site in Chinatown I wanted to check out. It is the Chinatown Gate. And it's very typical of the gates you would see in Chinatowns around the world. But this one's kind of cool because traffic is driving through it. I don't think I've ever seen that. The road actually goes under the gate into Chinatown. What did you think of Chinatown?
Chinatown was very fun for me, but I think that one of the reasons I enjoyed it so much was that it's a trip down memory lane. I'm kind of sad to see it's a little bit neglected. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. I really enjoyed the stroll around. I feel like there's more to come back and see. We didn't get to hit everything, but yeah, it does feel a little neglected, and some spots do feel kind of sketchy.
I really like the old buildings that they have from around like 1910s and 1920s.
Yeah.
I hope they don't get torn down because
Doesn't seem like they will, because they seem to have incorporated them into, like, they fixed them up. They're not in disarray,
Yeah.
so they're probably trying to keep them as part of the heritage here in Vancouver's Chinatown.
yeah, they seem like they definitely tore something down back in the 80s to build some concrete monstrosities. Yeah. No more monstrosities, Vancouver.
All right, so we're done Chinatown, but we will be back. We got a recommendation for a restaurant from the lady at the tea shop, so we'll be coming to check that out. And but now it's time to go home for dinner, and hopefully we make it before it rains. Like, the sky, as you can see, is no longer blue. The storm clouds are blowing in.
I can't make it. I just can't make it. I had to pull out the bun before we got home. Nothing beats walking and eating a steamed pork bun.
I think it's like the size of your face.
Let's see. Oh, the paper's gone a bit.
We probably should have eaten it sooner. It's no longer steamy.
No. It's nice and soft though.
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
soft.
Ready?
Yep. Are we going back there?
Yeah.
Excellent.
We didn't get the spicy one. Next time we're gonna get the spicy one.
They had all
I like-
kinds of different buns that looked good.
I'll have another bite before I let you try it. I'm a bun person. Most people go right into the stuffing, but I just love the soft white mushiness of the bun.
Show us what's inside. It's a lot of bun. And the inside looks like kind of thick.
I'll give you a bite after I have another bite.
Let me try it. My turn. Nicole did leave me a little bit. That is good. Get away. I got mostly bun on that bite. I didn't get very much filling, so I'm gonna go in for filling. I could totally see this being amazing when it's fresh, because it has lost a bit of its softness as it sort of like dried out a little bit.
Can you believe it was only $2? Quit groping and eating my bun.
The filling is really good. It's got a bit of sweetness to it. It's not your typical like Chinese pork bun that we would get at dim sum. The filling is different. It's really good.
I'm glad we wandered into that place because we didn't see it on Instagram or anything. We just were walking and then we saw a bakery and we went in. But this is a really good find.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be back. Go stand by that tank so we can see how big it actually is. Well, you would get crushed. That's a big tank. We're walking home right now, and we just passed a drill hall. It's the British Columbia Regiment's drill hall, and they have two huge tanks out front and two big cannons out front. It's pretty cool. They have a Sherman tank and an MK2 tank. Here's the Mark II. Okay, we're still not home yet. And Nicole busted into her egg tart. What are you doing?
I'm busting into the egg tart.
It looks good.
It does. Egg tart.
Wow, that looks legit. Yeah, it looks good. How does this differ from what we would get at home usually?
The one that we get at home is from Lucullus, so that's pretty top notch. So this one I would say is equal because it's so flaky and the egg tart custard is so velvety. Have a bite.
That is really good. The crust is pretty flaky, but it's not like crispy flaky. It's like buttery flaky.
It's tender flaky.
Yeah, it's tender flaky. It's really good. And the custard has a really nice consistency and just the right amount of sweetness. It's not overly sweet. Good call, Nicole. We've been back at the condo for a little bit, and the Chinese bun and egg tart has completely worn off. We're starving. It's just about 9 o'clock now. I think time got away from us a little bit. Took us a little bit longer to make dinner than expected, but dinner is ready and served, and I am really looking forward to digging into this. So I'm gonna start with Nicole. We both basically have the same thing. So we bought shrimp from H Mart yesterday I think. And we had a couple sausages from Granville Island from 2 nights ago. I had a chicken chorizo sausage and Nicole had a lamb sausage. So I just fried up my sausage with some shrimp and fried up hers with some shrimp, threw in some tomatoes and garlic, and she's eating hers straight and I'm eating mine over rice. So she's already digging in, of course.
I think it was cool of Michael to place this yummy bowl in front of me and decide to start filming.
How is it?
I started the lamb. The lamb is amazing. When I was chopping up the pieces of meat, I could tell that it was a really, really good quality piece of lamb that we got from the butchers. And the sauce that you made is delicious. And I think it really is delicious, and it's not just because I'm starving. I'm gonna try the shrimp. Ooh, it is hot. I really love the shrimp that we had the first night, but this shrimp is even better. Yeah, this shrimp is even tastier.
All
Good
right.
job, Michael.
My turn. Alright, I'm gonna try some of the sausage first as well. That's a tasty sausage. It's got just a hint of spiciness, and there is a little bit of sweetness coming through as well. Interesting. That is good.
This is delicious, Michael. Yummy.
Now a shrimp. Yeah, the shrimps here are so good.
I think my sausage
Just really fresh. Like
is firm.
exactly what you would expect shrimp to taste like. Yeah, and firm. Good consistency.
I think my sausage might be better than yours. Want a taste test?
I'll try yours after. Yeah, so I think that's it for tonight.
Yes, we are done. Stick a fork in us.
So we're gonna finish up dinner here and get to bed. It's, like I said, it's quite late and I get up quite early, so I'm tired. So we'll see you tomorrow. Out and about. Work's done. It's past 2. We skipped our workout first thing after work. We're gonna do it later. We're going out to get food. We're both hungry. We don't have any more groceries, so we have to go find something. And we're going to go get poke.
It's Friday! Woo!
Yes, thank goodness it's Friday. I was so destroyed today because you two kept me up late last night. They're just destroying my sleep. So I was really tired today, and I'm really, really hungry right now. I was being a bit hangry, I think, back at the condo.
Yes,
But,
I think I am here to confirm that you were being angry.
but we're gonna fix that very, very soon. So yeah, we're gonna just make our way up to Pokerrito again. made it to Pokerrito. I didn't pass out on the way up out of starvation. This place is so good. I should have tried somewhere new maybe, but I was really craving this. It was really good the first time. Actually, we were back here a week later. We were here last Friday and it's Friday now. So we're gonna just dig in. Got pretty much a similar thing as last time. I got 2 helpings of salmon and 1 spicy tuna. But the toppings are pretty much the same this time as last time. Nicole ventured out a little bit. You got 2 crabs.
I did.
And jalapeno.
Yeah. I was sadly mistaken the first time. I eagerly ordered avocado, thinking I was in the West Coast, thinking that I was gonna get a Californian quality avocado, but instead it was a Markham quality avocado. So I ended up with an extra scoop of crab instead.
That really hit the spot. Their poke bowl is on point. It's really, really good. Super fresh and very filling. So we are going to make a quick stop at Michael's. Nicole has to get a few supplies for her arts and crafts.
Hey, that's not what we call my business.
But yeah, she's got to get a few things, and then gotta get some groceries. I think we're gonna have dinner at home today. It's supposed to rain for real tonight. It's kind of looking like it, and we're just gonna take it easy and relax, because tomorrow we have a big day ahead of us. We got to do some planning for that actually. So yeah, let's go find your Michael's. Not this Michael, a different Michael.
It's time for donuts and coffee.
Yeah, this is a place I had found researching Vancouver from home. This is Cartems Donuts. Interesting name. And they have some pretty crazy flavored donuts. And this one spoke to me. This is a smoked maple walnut donut. And they do 2 types of donuts here. They have the yeast donut and they have a cake batter donut or cake donut. This one's a yeast. And you got a cake to take home, right?
Yeah.
So there'll be 2 parts of this video. So let me give this a try. So it looks like there's nuts on there with a maple glaze. It's pretty good. That is good. As soon as I got close to it, the maple smell hit me.
I haven't been to my donut yet, but it better be a freaking amazing donut. This donut was $3.25, and the super good donut that we had at Lee's at Granville Island was $2. So do you think that this is 125% better than the donut that we had from Granville? Oh no,
I was
we got
slightly
chips.
disappointed with my donut from Lee's Donut. I think I made a bad choice. This one is really good, and it's obviously a little bit more gourmet, and it's bigger. The Lee donuts were a bit smaller.
My Granville Lee donut was delicious, and the holes I got afterwards are also fabulous.
I'd love to see it.
Okay.
But yeah, this is a really good donut. You can get a bit of the smoky flavor. It's kind of reminiscent of bacon.
It does smell nice.
Donut is really good. I'm really enjoying it. And listening to me ooh and ah and oh, it's so good. Nicole got weak, and she's gonna bust into her donut. What did you get?
I'm not adventurous when it comes to desserts, so I went out on a ledge and got the classic.
What is the
The
classic?
classic is a vanilla bean honey glaze with a cake bottom.
I don't think it's honey glaze. I
No?
think it's like a vanilla glaze.
Okay.
It looks like there's vanilla beans in the glaze.
Yes. Okay, there goes nothing. By the way, this is not 125% bigger than the Lee's donut. That was one good donut. That was really good.
Is it better than Lee's?
I would say it's definitely on par with Lee's. I don't think it's better than Lee's, but I don't think it's worse than Lee's.
The flavors
It's more
are a little.
better than Lee's.
The flavors are more unique here.
Yeah, I got the classic one, so my flavor is not too unique. I'm enjoying it. I'm happy we got it, and I think I want another one already. We're both halfway through our donuts, and this is our verdict on the donut wars.
The donut wars.
The donut wars. I just don't.
We've taken two places, and all of a sudden there's a war going on now.
And these two places don't even know that they're in a war. So what's your verdict on the war?
Yeah, it's a tough call. I mean, this place, in terms of location, is actually a lot nicer. You can sit here. There's room. It's airy. Their kitchen is huge. It's kind of open, so this place kind of wins in that regard. But the donut, the flavor here is really good, but the actual donut part itself, I think I would give it to Lee's. So it's a really tough call. I think both are in order. You have to try both. But the donut itself, I think I enjoyed Lee's texture a lot more, but this flavor definitely beats out what I had at Lee's. How about you?
Say that Lee's wins. I think the donut tasted better at Lee's, but I do like this place because it's very comfortable to sit here, and it's a more enjoyable experience if you just want to like hang out and enjoy a donut. But if you're gonna take your donut home, then I would go to Lee's.
Yeah, that's a good call. I think if you want a place you want to sit, enjoy yourself, relax for a bit, probably this place. Obviously this place.
Obviously this
If you
place.
just want donuts, you're just going for the pure donut, Lee's.
And you get to save money at Lee's.
Bonus.
After our yummy donut expedition, we wandered into a really cute umbrella shop. The umbrella shop, which is the name of the store, has been around since 1935, and it's been around for more than 81 years, and this is the man who started it. So after San Francisco destroyed our poor Muji umbrella, we've come in here to pick up a new travel umbrella. This one is super light, and it's purple, and it is, what I like about it is that it's made by a Canadian company. It's called the Umbrella Shop. And it's going to last us for a very, very long time, we hope.